Welcome to Aim Small. I'm your slightly lunatic presenter called Gert, and I'm here to enlighten you with my real life experiences. I am not strong-armed by any manufacturer, so what you'll see on this channel is my own personal experience, and yes, some of it will be my own opinion. Remember, I buy everything on this channel myself. For that reason, I'm very poor. And if something is sponsored, I will clearly indicate if this is a sponsored product, yes or no. So that's my promise to you, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. From here on, it's your choice if you want to watch or if you want to leave the channel. But thanks for watching, and keep your hat on. The fun is about to start.
Beat that! 5 shots, same hole.
Welcome back, folks. So this is part 3 of the BRK test series. My gun is lying here in front of me, and I need to go and take it out into the field. Alright, so a couple of things before we go on. I adjusted the gun. I thought I wasn't going to, but I did adjust the gun. So first and foremost, what I did is the trigger out of the factory is absolutely hogwash. Alright, not hogwash in bad trigger, but the pull is so hard that I nearly called my son in to come and help me pull the trigger. No, just kidding. The pull is a little bit stiff, so I adjusted the trigger. It's now almost hairline fine. It's not exactly where I want it yet, but for these purposes, quite alright. Second thing I did is, after the initial shoots, I went hunting with the gun as well, pest control a little bit. I saw a slight difference on my point of impact, and the pellets were opening up a little bit on the accuracy side. It wasn't as good as I wanted them to be, so I did the thing that I thought I'll never do. I cleaned the barrel. That I knew I was going to do, but then I polished the barrel, because this is how the pellet looked. So I pushed a 18 grain pellet through the barrel with a cleaning rod, a 177 cleaning rod, making sure that I didn't touch the sides, soft little cloth around it, all those nice things. I pushed it through, and this is how the pellet came out. Now, as you can see, there are actually pieces of lead sticking to the nose of this pellet. The pellet's curves are all shot, the grooves are way too deep, and I realized immediately, here's something not lacquer. So what I did is got some ball paste, and I gave this barrel a proper polish. Like in 2.5 hours later, I got the barrel properly polished. Now, two things that I noticed. The first thing is the pellet got stuck right in front of the transfer port. There was a narrowing there. I thought it was the transfer port itself, but the transfer port didn't leave any grooves on the pellet when I tested it. There was a second narrowing around about here in the barrel as well, like in a real tightness. If you push the pellet through, you needed to put some pressure on that rod to get it through. And then the choke is a little bit more aggressive than I initially thought. So having done that, got the gun super clean. I got the barrel shining like a mirror. This was how the polish came out of the barrel. And thank you to Tony at Redesigned. I did contact him, and I asked him about why does these cleaning wads so black, and they said they use a specific coating to prevent rust in the barrels, and that's the blackness that I see coming out of the barrel. If you look closely at that pellet, it looks like rust. I'm not going to say anything about that, but I did give this barrel a proper cleaning. And then I decided, right, before I test anything new, let's go back to the original test and do a comparison between test number 1 and test number 2 after I polished the barrels. Oh, the wind is howling here in Cape Town at the moment. I can't get onto the range, not today. But let me show you what happened. But before I do that, I got a new kid on the block. For a very long time, I've been trying to use my Eagle Vision, and I finally got the right space and time to do it. Got the GoPro on there with the specialized lenses in there, and I hope the footage are quite alright. I'm not going to show you everything. The first test did that. But if I compare the two, before the barrel polish and after the barrel polish, there is an actual difference. So what happened is the groups are tightening up, which is great. That's what I want to see. And now let's watch for yourself what happens. First, I'm going to shoot the redesigns, and then I'm going to shoot the JSB knockouts, and lastly, I'm going to shoot the H&Ns again. So this is all that this video is about. I'm going to fast forward as fast as possible just to give you guys the right results. Alright, so this leaves no doubt in my mind that this gun absolutely loves these redesigns. 25.39 grain at 907 feet per second, same hole. If we look at 930 all the way to 944, basically same hole again. And again, 951. I couldn't believe that the gun shoots these pellets at that speed so stable. I would still love to drop it down to 800 feet a second and see what it does there, maybe in the next video. But for now, I'm happy. Let's go back to the JSB knockouts in 216s. Yes, it is still early days with my slug testing, but just look at that. Cloverleaf, 5 shots, 33 yards, 946 feet per second with the JSB knockouts in .216. Also some excellent groupings all the way from 928 feet per second to 939. It's as if there's a band where these slugs just outperform everything else, which is quite interesting. I'm gonna be so chuffed if I get the same results at 100 meters, but that I'll leave for another video. So initial thoughts about the JSB KOs, wow, they did surprise me, and they did close up with a polished barrel versus the unpolished barrel, which is excellent news. Last test up for today will be the H&Ns, 25 grains in 217. Well, ain't this a lucky surprise? So, at power setting 2, at 914 feet per second, decent grouping there. Again, 6, 7 and 8 decent groupings between 940 and 947 feet a second. And then all the way on maximum power, 956 feet per second. The initial results are promising. I did not expect them to shoot cloverleaf or even close to that. But there is a lot of promise. For now, I'm going to keep on testing on the 33 yards. I've got some other slugs that I still need to do, but it looks like the gun loves the smaller diameter slugs a bit better than the thicker ones. In other words, the 216's favorite food, 218 didn't like that one too much. So tomorrow I'll see what I can do, what other diameters I've got, but I know that I've got some Zon slugs that I need to push through as well. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.
That's all, folks.